Welcome to Living Magically. I'm Michelle Orwick, your host, and we are having quite the energy this week. So buckle up and light up and enjoy the ride. This week we have a first of 4 supermoons, and in that energy we have intensity. So it's right here on us today. If you're watching this live or if you're listening to it on Monday, the supermoon peaked at 2 p.m. on Monday Eastern Standard Time, and it is the first of 4 very potent big supermoons, and it happens to hit in the sign of Aquarius, and we'll feel that for 3 or 4 more days. So if you're feeling it right now and it's intense, just be gentle with yourself, because there's more going on than just the moon. We have a lot of big astrological energy. We have Mercury retrograde in Leo, and it's in this place where if it feels like you're making 1 step forward and 2 steps back, it's because you are, and they're asking you to review the 2 steps, review where you're making progress and where you're having to recorrect. And you may be going back to projects that are really old, as many as 2 to 5 years old, maybe even pre-pandemic, that it's saying, is this what you really want? And if that is what you really want, are you sure that's what you really want? And if it does, if that is what you want, if you are in your real, true soul desire, it's going to start opening up doors. And with the deep astrological energy that's going on, you could be able to have a potency in creating your dreams coming true, but you have to let go of the identity of the version of you that might still be mad that something didn't happen the way you wanted it to. So if there is something you need to forgive that has happened in the last 5 years, that's what's coming up with this energy this week. You're being asked to go, did you have a plan that got taken off track? And whatever you did to survive, or whatever you did that wasn't on plan, it's asking you to be really, really clear. Is this still what I want? Is this still what is true for me? And those things that maybe you wanted, or maybe you decided you wanted since then, that were just keeping you afloat, go ahead and release them with love. A supermoon of this intensity, the 3 days after the peak, so that's Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, even into Thursday, is asking for release energy, a review and a release. This could be projects, this could be outdated behavior, this can be choices and habits, this can be your belongings. It might even mean a job change or a business that you were working toward that is no longer serving you. So anything that is really not working, go ahead, forgive yourself, accept where you are, accept what it is, and let it go with grace and ease and love and joy. And if it is something that is a true heart's desire, and it's maybe been put on hold or needs a restart or a reboot or clarity, or it's even coming in brand new and you really have a soul level desire, now is the perfect time to gain clarity on it. Maybe not fully move forward on it because we are in Mercury retrograde, because this is more of a dreaming and a thinking and a imagining versus a contract signing time frame. We do that after August 28th. I would say that this is a big time for surprises. We could be with the astrological energy of Uranus, we could be given a big surprise. Sometimes we as Americans, as humans, as adults, actually really hate surprises because usually they're bad. And I'm going to invite you to be open in maybe you've been asking for something and the surprise has to come in to allow you to have it. So there's big surprises and twists and turns of fate that may be coming in that maybe it wasn't exactly how you planned it. It could even be better. And with this energy, letting go of your attachment to exactly the way you thought it was going to arrive or exactly the way you thought it would be, and allow yourself to roll with the flow of maybe this is the miracle that's making it better. And with that, be gentle, because this shifting of mindset and going with the flow is happening to everyone across the board. With so many planets in retrograde and the fact that it is a supermoon, there's a combination of intense emotions. And I do feel this swing of emotions in myself and in my clients. I have seen a lot of big energy and then maybe intense energy, even a low level, I don't want to say rage, but like a low level anger, easy to anger or easy to get sad or easy to get distracted. And all I'm going to say is the big thing to do is go back to your meditation, go back to your clearing statements. There's a lot of energy leaks that we're being asked to plug here. And I know what's happening for me sometimes is I feel like I plug a leak and then another one pops open. So be gentle with yourself and say, what is it being asked of me right now? And how do I get to the bigger dreams? Because we're going to be in intense energy through the end of the year. And with these supermoons happening all the way through November, I'm just going to warn you, the next full moon is actually an eclipse. So we're starting the eclipse cycle. We'll be out of Mercury retrograde at that point, but we are moving into the next form of energy. So we're wrapping up Leo in the next few days, and we move into Virgo. And Virgo's all about systems and creating habits, which right now my book of the month would have to be Atomic Habits. So if you're looking for a good read that's going to support the energy that's happening right now, Atomic Habits might be a good choice for you. And even if you don't do that, think about what habits are and systems and energy you're creating that's going to be supportive of your goals, that's going to be supportive of your true heart's desire. Are you using outdated habits to try and create a new version of you? And one of the things that I loved about a big aha for me when I was rereading this book is to think about make it easy and make it accessible. So if it's something you're trying to be better at or procrastinate less on or make a better choice of, make it inevitable, make it easy, make it a simple thing, and make it very visible, very easy for your mind to connect to. And if it is something you're trying to change or get rid of, make it harder, make it less visible, make it less in your sphere, because when you see it, you're going to go straight to it. When your habit is doing it, break the habit by changing something in your pattern. So if you always eat a certain kind of food at a certain time of day or at a certain place, don't go to that place at that time of day, and that will break the pattern. So just kind of think about how that's working, because when we get into Virgo at the end of the week, our patterns and our systems and our habits are going to be on the table to review for the next month, for the whole month. And it's going to be a big energy of the patterns and the habits are going to create the version of you that creates the next big breakthrough and the next big success. So as you do that, look at who is the person you're becoming and what don't they do and what do they do. The other thing to do is kind of look at who is taking you through those patterns. Are you spending too much time with people who do the patterns that you're trying to eliminate? So if that's the case, it might be a good month or two of just taking a break from those people and those experiences. There's definitely a need to clean up energy vampirism. And if someone says you're spending too much time alone or you're not spending enough time with me, and they're not your immediate spouse or your immediate child or your immediate responsibility, and it's taking away from who you are, they might be the exact person you need a break from. So be thinking about that. How do we create a supportive environment? And that is people who are cheering you on. That is people who are supporting the habits you're trying to create and the goals you're trying to access. If someone isn't absolutely cheering you on, it might be a little moment to take a break. So I wish you a big, beautiful, wonderful week. And in that, if it is something that you are looking for help with, I do have 2 coaching spaces available for the month of September. So if you feel like you need a little bit of help, you are ready to make big changes, rewire your brain, change your mind, change your day-to-day experience, and you think you might need a little bit of coaching and theta healing and even Akashic record and laws of the universe help, send me a private message and we'll sit down and talk about how I can help you. If that resonates with you, I've got only 2 spots, but it's the first time I've had those 2 spots in a while. And as soon as they fill up, it might be a while before I have a new space available in my schedule. So now is the time, and the time is now. If you are desiring to have a more magical life and to get into more practical, magical, beautiful ways of being and thinking, I have a solution for you, and I'm here to help. And one of the things that I know about me is that my students, my clients, and the people I coach all have results, and they make big, meaningful changes in their lives. And this moon, this week, and this power energy is the time to do that. If you're looking to make a little bit of magic, it's a great night to put your crystals out under the moon. It's a great time to make your moon water. It's an incredible time to do a burn anytime this week, even on the weekend, where you want to write out what you're letting go of and let it go with the power of fire. It's also an incredible time to do candle magic and set intentions for those habits, those connections, and those versions of you that you're calling in. So you're going to state it into being by speaking it as you light the candle. I literally had this happen today. As we were lighting the candle, I said something very specific that I needed, and I asked for some paths to be cleared. And literally, when I went back to my phone, I had something that I've needed / wanted for months, since March, come through on my phone. So it was like a miracle answer to a question that I have to solve. So it was right there. I made it clear to the universe and stated it into being. I put some cinnamon, some ginger, some uncrossing oil, some witch's purse into the candle, and literally by the time I could walk back to my phone, the solution was on the table. So now is a time for big surprises, and they don't always have to be bad. And it's a time for big clarity, but you have to give yourself some space. You have to give yourself a little bit of time in your meditation. If you're a talker, find that person that you can talk it out with, because I know a lot of people are verbal processors. So some of you might be journal people or meditation people, but some of you who are verbal communicators and need to work that stuff out verbally, let me know. I'd love to help you. But in the meantime, if you don't have me, do your journal work, do your meditation work, gain clarity, talk to the people around you. It's a good time to let your desires be known. It's a bad time to project onto another person as making them feel like it's their fault. So be really, really good with your apologies and ask for forgiveness often right now. If you're misunderstood, which is one of the things that could easily happen with this Leo-Mercury retrograde, if you're just trying to communicate and there's a little bit of fire in your words, it can be misunderstood. So be really, really gracious with your apologies and ask for forgiveness. And if you don't have to say it, take a moment and see if you can stop saying it and word it the right way. So that's another aspect of what's going on right now, is to just be loving with your words. Be loving with your words to your body, because your body keeps the score. So don't be negative to your body, because it is your human walking temple. And be very nice to the people around you. Maybe even be extra nice, because everybody is feeling the intensity this week. And so a little bit of kindness is going to go a very long way. But miracles and magic and big surprises are all available to us right now in this energy. So light a candle, get clear, make a vision board, anything that's going to have your mind focusing on what you desire instead of feeling like you're out of sync. So refocus, realign, recalibrate, and remember to live magically.